Hi everybody, welcome to Sew Like Dotty. I'm Alison and this is a little sewing catch up. So it's actually my first makes video of 2025. So what have I made? I've got three things to share with you today. I've got a different angle behind. I'm quite liking how that looks. I hope you do too. So just to give you some perspective, this is where my sewing machine is, this is where my overlocker is, and this is where my cover stitch machine is. And yeah, and Gwen the, did I call her Gwen? Gwen the Gonk's on the shelf behind me. So while I'm wearing some of my makes, I hope you've got some makes done too. It's a snow day here in Newcastle, so I'm having a bit of a finish off the sewing and chat with you guys. So yeah, it's been not a quick start to the year in sewing, but I think I've stepped back and spent a bit of time with family. So what was my first make of 2025? It is the Drew top that I'm wearing now. So you might remember, if you've been with me for a little while, that going back about a month or so, I made a black velvet Drew top and some black Swero pants. I will pop a picture of it in, and I was calling that like my loungewear, but I wanted to make a second set, and I had this purple colour velvet in my stash, so I got a little bit more of that. So I've managed to get the front and the back in purple and the pants in purple, and then I had a dress last Christmas that was this colour, and I chopped that up and I've made the top of the sleeve and the bottom of the sleeve in this sort of turquoise, and the cuffs are in black, and then there's black velvet here, and the neck and the waist are in black rib. So I'll stand up and I will drop some pictures in of it. If I sound a bit cautious about it, there's nothing wrong with the patterns at all. Obviously I've made them before, but I feel a bit like the black set is slightly elevated loungewear sort of. I feel not smart in it, but you know, like it's nice. And with this I feel slightly like Chav 1988. So I'll show you what I mean when I stand up. So when I take the pictures, Carl knew what I meant. I feel like I should be getting some lino and going down to King James's community centre and trying to do some break dancing on the floor. You know, it's giving me shell suit vibes. I think that's what I mean. Please don't be offended if you have had in the past a shell suit. So I will wear it. I mean, it's just something that I would wear around the house, or if I was nipping over to the supermarket, I'd put my long coat on anyway. It's like PJs in velvet, really. But yeah, I'm waiting until my daughter comes in from work, because I would imagine she'll kind of have some, you know, words of wisdom to contribute to it. I won't say anything to her. I'll see what she says. But I do the Drew. So this is the cropped length of the Drew with, I think I had 3 inches on, and the sleeves are getting progressively shorter. I think what I need to do when I'm doing it in pieces, I actually need to shorten this piece, because I've gone back around here and took probably another good centimetre out of either side today, because I just felt like it was like bunching up and you weren't getting to see like that contrast just here. And then I also shortened the cuffs again, because I don't really want a long cuff when I'm sort of around the house and working. They're more going to be up here. But other than that, there's no differences to the pattern, and I've not made the full length one. I just like this length, so not cropped, not full length, a little bit in between. So I know you might be sick of the sight of the Drew. I think it's going to be my last one for a little while, I'll be honest. And then the pants, I'll show you in the picture, but they are just the Swero pants. So the Friday Pattern Company Swero pants, I literally just make them like this, but where you would normally have the pocket here, I've just added some paper onto the pattern piece so it comes straight up, and that just, I'm not bothered about pockets, but it just makes them a very simple make. And then I've just done the top stitching on the elastic round, which looks really nice, really effective, and also stops the elastic from twisting in the fabric. So do I do any alterations to them? I've took about 1 inch off the bottom of them and just popped a very short hem in. But apart from that, they're pretty much standard to the pattern. So I'm 5, well, I used to be 5'6½", but I think I'm 5'6" now. I'm going to run with 5'6". So they are the 2 patterns to make this loungewear set. And yeah, what do we think? I'll drop some pictures in so you've seen the full thing. So the other thing that I've been quite busy with, I know that I mentioned it, was getting all of my projects for January cut out. So they are all cut and ready now. I do know when the Sew Over It launch is, so that'll be coming up in a few weeks' time. But I feel really happy. Having about 3 or 4 projects cut out is my max. I don't like to have like more than that, or my brain sort of drifts off into other things. But what I have started to do is I've already looked at some patterns that I've not made yet, and what I would like to do with them, and they've dropped into my February plans already in Stash Hub. Obviously I can change them, but I'm just starting to consider what I want to start to make, because although it's snowing outside, you'll have seen from my introduction, it's very much winter. I know as I move into March, I'll very much be moving into spring makes, and I don't usually like to have different clothes for winter and summer, but I think I have more this year because I'm at home so much more now that I only sort of work on a Saturday, and this sort of outfit was very much something that I had a gap in my wardrobe for. But I know once spring hits, it'll be you know, spring dresses and spring wear and lovely. So I've got those makes planned already. I do find that really useful to do on Stash Hub, and I was talking to my friend Lynn about it on some messages, and I know she's started to do that as well, because you can sort of put in the date you want to get it finished, you can put in when you want to start it, you can put on whether it's in progress or not, whether it's high priority, normal priority, or up next, and then it'll kind of move it around in your plan in your phone. So that works for me. So always, I love to know what you're up to, what you're busy making. So drop that into the comments as well. That would be lovely. We've had quite a lot of new subscribers recently, so welcome to all of you. If you're watching regularly and you're not yet a subscriber, I would absolutely love it if you could press that button. That would be absolutely amazing. It's free of charge. You just would get notified when my vlogs were coming up. And if you're watching anyway, that would be gorgeous. But we're really close to 5,000 subscribers, so that would be really nice just to kind of hit that sort of, you know, it's nice to have an even number, isn't it? So what else have I made? You might remember when I sort of started talking about these. I think I started this at a Stitch In Tyne social last Sunday, so a week ago, and I think I only had the cuffs left to put on it, but I didn't want to do it there because I wanted to try it on when I got home, because I knew the sleeves would probably be too long. And then I made the trousers a couple of days ago, and I've just finished off the waist on those today. And then the final make I've just finished is one that I started talking about in October, and that is what I call my base layer Friday Pattern Company Bateau top. Now I've made it in black. It's in bamboo jersey, which I got from Pound Fabrics. I think I only got it from there because I was ordering something else. I usually get my bamboo jersey from First for Fabrics, so I'll always put links to fabrics and patterns in the description boxes. But I've just made this today, and this is really, as I say, a base layer, so I don't really envisage, which is why I'm not really going to try it on and show you just as it is, because I almost wanted to fit me like a bodysuit, and with the best will in the world, that wouldn't be very pretty for you to look at all. But what I want to do is wear this under some of like my Judy dresses and things, so I'll probably pop a picture on that I've got that sort of how that I've got that set up. So the reason I picked the Bateau top is because it's quite not a scoop neck, but it's quite a broad neckline, so I figure the dresses that sort of come to this height, you won't see that. It's got quite long fitted sleeves, and I've done, what have I done? I did it all on my overlocker, apart from I overlocked the neckband in place, and then I don't know how well you'll see it because I'm recording this on my phone, but I've just done a twin needle cover stitch around the neck and the same on the sleeve hems. At the moment I've only overlocked the bottom of it round. I mean, it wouldn't fray, I more did that just to sort of get it with an even finish, but I don't really want it to have a line underneath something that I'm wearing, and I'm never going to wear it out. So, I mean, am I being lazy? No, I didn't deliberately not do it because I couldn't be bothered. I was more thinking, actually, it doesn't need to be finished sort of with a hem on the bottom, because I've done that with things before, and if you wear something, say, that's viscose and it's quite thin, you can sometimes see that thickness of the hem. So I figured that was probably the easiest way to do it. And I usually wear some Marks and Spencer's thermal, they're not called thermal, they're called something else, leggings. I live in them in the winter. So I'll pop this on with that, and that's going to be a really nice snug layer. So I'm glad to get this made, because I talked about it in October, ready for autumn, and it's took me till now. And you know how long it took me? It was already cut out. It took me 30 minutes to sew, which is just ridiculous, isn't it? But if you've not come across this before, I'll drop a picture in. It was free when it came out, or it might be pay what you can, but you can certainly pick it up for very little money, and it's a very easy sew. So there are my 3 makes. I did want to say just a couple of thank yous, and they are to a couple of people who've bought me a coffee on my Ko-fi account. What am I talking about? I always have a link to that in my description box, and it's on my Instagram as well. But I always say it's never expected, but always gratefully received. I've got a new clamp on my desk over here, and that's got an arm that my phone is on today with a new ring light on the top of it. So it's just allowing me to record from a different angle, and I use some of my Ko-fi money to get that. So anything always gets reinvested back into the channel. But I do want to say a big thank you to Nova, to Christine, and to Elizabeth. Let me just check. I've got everybody, and Leslie. So thank you very much to all of you guys. That was really kind of you. I know it was sort of coming from sort of Christmas time up till now. So, new week approaching. I've got a few things cut out. I think today is Sunday. You'll see this on Monday. Monday I'm probably going to have a bit of a day off. When you say day off, sewing isn't work for me, but obviously when I'm recording and running my channel, Instagram, my Facebook group, obviously so virtual as well now, I do need to plan in some downtime as well. And I think on Tuesday I'm going to start one of my January projects, so I'll share that with you the next time. And then for the rest of the week, I'll be heading off. Carl's coming with me this time for a couple of days. We're off down to Northampton, and he's going to, so we travel Tuesday and we travel back, no we don't, we travel Wednesday and we travel back on Friday, and on Thursday I'm going to Babylock, and I am beyond excited. And Carl's going to go off and do something. I think there's a well, it's an aerodrome, so I think there's some museum or something there he's going to go to. But it'd just be nice to have a couple of nights away, some dinner, a bit of chill time for us. And yeah, but I am, like, you know, on a scale of 0 to 10, I'm probably at a 12 right now of going down there. So the course I'm doing this week, is getting to know your overlocker. So I'm looking forward to learning a bit more about other stitches that I don't use, and just a bit more about overlocking in general. And I know lots of you have been asking me, when will you do not a course, but sort of a vlog that's got a bit more about gathering in and things like that. They're coming soon, but I don't want to jump in and do something with you before I've kind of gone through that day at Babylock Academy. So I will pop a link into the description box for the academy as well, because I know a couple of people who are getting machines. I know Dot's about to get a Euphoria. She was asking me about the course, so I mentioned about the academy. So yeah. So I think Friday's vlog will just be about my week, really, what I've been up to, including all of that. And then I'll probably be back next Monday with a makes video again. So I hope you're getting lots of lovely sewing done in the meantime. I hope you're all okay, because there's lots of nasty viruses and things going around, certainly in the UK, and obviously we've got the weather as well. But we're British, So if we're not talking about the weather, what are we talking about? Anyway, I will be back next week and back on Friday and back next Monday with some makes, and I'll catch up with you then. So bye for now.